basically RTX 30 series and up, you're giving up so much performance that the price becomes sort of impractical. The thing about external graphics is that once you make an investment in an enclosure, you can hopefully, theoretically, carry it forward for a while. So if we can dramatically increase the bandwidth and you invest, I'm using this term loosely, obviously, but you pony up for a Thunderbolt 5 compatible enclosure, theoretically, that's something you could start using with your Thunderbolt 4 device today, and then as you upgrade, you could continue to use, and so you could get multiple GPU upgrades out of it, making the cost a lot more palatable. I personally, bias alert, I love eGPU. I think it's hyper cool to be able to have a thin and light device I can carry around with me and then just dock and suddenly be on a gaming powerhouse. I just think it's the coolest stuff ever. Anyway, I would love for my bro Jason here to be right. Where Thunderbolt 4 supplied up to 100 watts of charging power, Thunderbolt 5 will do up to 240 watts, and that's all I have to say about that. I am excited. And then I have a surprise topic here called Twitter X monetization. We got paid. I know enough people have memed on Twitter monetization at this point.
I was actually waiting for us to do this.
To talk about monetization?
No, I didn't realize you guys had turned that on.
Yeah.
And I was like, why don't we do this?
Because our total payout, which I believe is for a month, was $76.30.
Wow, that's really low compared to other ones that I've seen. I wonder why. CPMs, stuff like that.
Yeah, also just, I don't know, likes on Twitter or whatever.
I don't know how it works. I don't really care. I was looking at it being like, hey, there's free money.
Yeah, I'll take my $76.
I just will have the free money.
Yeah. Awesome.
Cool. Sweet. Sounds good. Next topic.
I think we've got one more, and then it's time to, the Surface Duo has reached its end. Microsoft's dual screen Android device.
Microsoft's original Surface Duo foldable phone reached the end of its 3-year update life as of September 10th. However, the $1,400 device never ran an up-to-date version of Android, having only received 2 extremely late OS updates during its lifespan. It got shipped with Android 10, a year-old OS, after Android 11 had already launched, and got its update to Android 11 16 months later, after Android 12L had already launched. It received 12L only after Android 13 launched, giving it a worst-in-class update schedule. That's a yikes. The Surface Duo was praised for its design, but criticized for its software quality, underpowered hardware, and extreme bugginess. Android wasn't able to fully use its ultra-wide 4x3 displays, and there was no split keyboard, really. Making typing difficult. Microsoft dropped the price of the Surface Duo by $200 a month after launch, and eventually dropped it to $409 to $1,000 less than the original MSRP.
$409. That is $1,000.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's $1,000 less than the original MSRP.
Wow. The device was originally intended to run a version of Windows, and Android OS development was outsourced until Microsoft bought out the outsourcing company. Bought out the outsourcing company 2 months prior to launch. Okay.
Wow. What a disaster. Who could have ever seen it coming?
Everyone that's seen Microsoft make portable devices.
My discussion question here, I'm just gonna come up with my own one. Sorry, Jessica. My discussion question here
portable
is...
devices isn't fair. I was trying to reference the zoo. Sorry.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Does this kind of thing just kill innovation?
I should really like the zoo.
Kind of.
HD.
Because we've talked on the show before about how your best bet, if you want proper support, is to just buy the popular one. Because we've seen time and time again that companies can afford to peeve off a handful of super fans, no matter how super they are and no matter how fanatical they are, but they can't afford to peeve off the bulk of their user base.
Yeah.
So if you always just go, whatever the, chipset name, Strix E, from Asus, or, whatever the